Alright, so we're going to be playing Requiem, because I have some shit I want to say about this game, and its developer, so let's get on it. So it looks like a sci-fi fantasy thing, which looks like it could be fun. I'm going to give it a whirl. So, starting a new... Oh yes, I will put the disclaimer forward. This game is in early access, just in case anybody thinks that some things like these black boxes are kind of off. I mean, admittedly I think that these could look a little better. They just look... Starting a new game will reset all data. I don't have any data, so okay. So there's the Spirit Keeper, the Risen, Hellion, Spirit Seeker. So I guess his job is to chase this guy down. Okay. The Blight Druid, Engraver, and Berserker. Well, from what I understand, these boys are the easy boys. So I think I'll probably go for Berserker. It also takes advantage of the beast form. Yep, a-okay. So I'm gonna go... Yes! Okay, Victor owes a life debt to Aslin, like the lion, and has come to the corrupted vault to aid her in closing the rifts. Garmas vows to defeat the nightmares and keep the spoils for himself and his tribe. Fair enough. Corsan tribes are savage masters of beast and blade. They are physically massive and tame, and train a variety of their plain animals. They hunt individually and in packs. Again, fair enough. Garmus was contacted by Aslin as a favour to the Bloodswords. Her clan was decimated by the Whitehorns. Don't know what any of that means, but... Bog roll. Yes, let's do it.
Countless spirits erupted through tears in reality.
Oh, I hate it when my universe turns into a butt.
Fed on the souls of the living and drained them until they became a mindless howling banshee.
Okay, the music's a bit too loud for the narration.
They aligned their channels of power and created a soft music from the spirits. This was called the Requiem.
Okay.
Shrines were built to amplify and broaden its influence, and to cover the rifts that were so rampant. Brave warrior priests sacrificed themselves to be bound to the shrines in eternal defense. Some spirits, however, could not be quelled, too massive or enthralled in their soul-thirsty rapture to be swayed. They were immune to Requiem's lullaby. Find them, defeat them, and the spirit rifts close.
So from what I understand, this is like a Souls-like thing, and it's kind of like a slightly cybernetically enhanced Souls game. Slightly sci-fi Souls game, I think was the phrase I was trying to say there, but ended up being cybernetic. It's a load of bullshit that doesn't make sense. Start. Alright, so here's the game. Now one thing I'm going to do... Oh my god, there's no volume control. Oof. Yowza. Okay. Okay, I've just... Right, okay, the game... I'm gonna have to restart the whole game. Honestly, when I get to why I want to talk about this game, it might actually make a few people laugh, given the shit that I've just went through. Yeah, I know, the world turned into a giant bum. I got that part, don't worry about it, it's cool. Alright then, so... Okay, this is, standard. Let's see. E, interact. Opening this gate. Whoa, what the fuck? Dude, that like really took me out of it. Can I do that again? Oh, whoa. I mean, that both looks cool, but kind of bad at the same time. It's like, whoa. Okay. I can respect that. I can do a little squint. Look at me go. I like how just one of his arms moves, the other one's just firmly in place, the axe. But the bastard sword just sort of flicks up and down. Wow, look at that. Sexy. Alright, let's go. We're wasting time. We need to find some bog rolls or whatever the opening said. So we've got a little midget mage. And, this guy who's... Yeah, okay. Alright, midget mage, what you got for me?
This is the corrupted vault, an island separated from both the dream and the waking worlds. We should be safe here, for now. There are 3 primary rifts that we must close in order to seal off the incursion of wraiths. First, the Scarlet Vault within the
Is this woman text-to-speech, or is she just doing a really good job of sounding like she's text-to-speech?
Each is protected by a spirit lord of immense power. This journey will be rife with peril. I trust you are ready. Here, take this with you. Placing
Trust
this
wrong.
shard at a grave site will open a portal in the twisting ways, allowing us to travel to any other point. It is not without its dangers, but far exceeds travelling the waking world or the dream while teeming with wraiths.
Okay. I don't know what any of that means, but okay. My character looks kind of cool with his big demon eyes. I can get behind that. I have no soul stones. Story of my life. Just sort of flung into the next level, like.
The war with the raptors was devastating. It ripped apart.
There's more fucking narrative.
Torn free from our home, we had only the henge and overgrowth to sustain us. The Void Guard descended from without and crashed upon the raptors' onslaught. They defeated the raptor hive mind, and the drones became the standard.
I like those little underpant men.
We nearly broke. All sides suffered catastrophic losses, and we still have not recovered. Millions perished as the
Same, bro.
Citadel stands.
What? The game's still going, but like the cutscene's still talking. What the fuck?
Life is the power of Matrium.
Oh my
It is
god.
currency
Yeah, I
when
get it. The
constrained
world's
with things,
shit.
and healing energy when taken from another. Rays from the spirit world feed on it, drain it from us and create an imbalance. We have all become so
Imbalance,
focused
okay.
on our individual needs.
I think
We
I'm gonna
sometimes
need an
forget
imbalance before this ends.
life can be used for food, drink, lubricant, currency and barter. If there is
Lubricant.
something you want in the waking world,
Wait, you guys use life to lube up? What the fuck is wrong with you people? You savages. Right, so I need to get a life, basically. Got it. Don't worry, bro. I've been working on this for about 27 years. I haven't managed it yet, but I will. Underpant men. Oh yeah, I got some lube. This is good. I kill underpant men and I get lube. This is a sweet deal. So yeah, this game is kind of interesting to me because I'm subscribed to a content creator called English Teacher Plays. And this isn't the first time I think anything like this has happened to him. But apparently he got a cease and desist for saying negative things about this game in his Let's Play. Which, honestly, English Teacher Plays is nicer and more objective than I am with his stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's stupid. And I heard like what this cease and desist was, and it was just really badly constructed, clearly not written by a lawyer. And it's a bit sad to see this kind of thing happen to smaller content creators and whatnot. Because honestly, it not only, you know, censors. Well, I mean, it would censor the. Oh shit! It not only censors the content creator. Oh, I'm dead. Oh. You wake. Remember, guys, if you say this game's shit, it's defamation. Remember that. Despite the fact that I fucking just could walk around whilst dead and it said you wake. Okay. But yeah, apparently the dev is willing to flip his fucking shit if you say anything remotely negative about his game. So I was like, no, I'm not accepting that. That's bullshit. So I thought, you know what? I'll give this a shot. And if anything that was said comes across to me as defamation whilst playing it, I'll definitely back the dev, and if not, I'll definitely point out why the dev is wrong. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing much by way of, like, refuting what was said about the game being jank. I think one of the criticisms the English teacher levelled was that it's kind of soulless, and I don't know if that's the word I'd use, if it was the word he used. I can't quite remember what word he used, but it was something along those lines. It feels like the soul is kind of artificial. Like the lore has been come up with very quickly to establish a lore. And I get that lore writing is the hardest part of any fantasy story. Yeah, I agree. But the thing is, it's so obvious when you cobble the lore together in an afternoon. And I swear that's what this developer's done with this game. Now that's not me being a dick, because I cobble together lore in an afternoon, so I know what I'm talking about. I know what lore looks like when you just cobble it together in an afternoon. This is what lore looks like when it's just a load of words that mean nothing to nobody. Because if you compare it to a game like Dragon Age, for example, Dragon Age has a quite extensive and complex lore. Same with the Elder Scrolls, but they sort of ease you into it. They don't just throw a load of terms at you which don't make any fucking sense and expect you to just deal with them and piece them together. Especially on your first game, you can't expect everybody to know what the fuck people are talking about. Even on second and third installments of a game, like Baldur's Gate 3 for instance, that doesn't do this, where it's just, like, it shows you mind flayers, and anyone who's played the previous game is gonna know what mind flayers are. But newcomers and people who have never played the games aren't confused as to what mind flayers are. Oh, I'm dead. Look what I can do. Oh my god. This is easy mode as well, apparently. I mean, I'm not very good at Dark Souls, but Dark Souls is better designed than this. So, yeah. Oh, I'm sure that's probably gonna count as fucking defamation as well. Oh my god, he said a AAA game by geniuses is better than mine in design terms. Oh, lordy lordy. Time to whip out those template fucking legal documents, boys. But no, I'm hoping that the dev doesn't go down that route. I'm hoping for a Richard Laruna redemption arc, and I'm hoping that through him seeing the problems, he's able to actually identify what he's doing wrong with his game. Cures wounds and restores life. Okay, so that's one. I've technically wasted it there, but you know, whatever. Oh, there's a block button at least. I know several people did make use of that. Shit. I know one mustached arsehole who'd really like that. But anyway, the thing is about the whole responding to criticism thing is, like, I admit that I've not 100% responded brilliantly to criticism. But if you're gonna take a leaf from somebody's fucking book, maybe take one from Lucky Lalawers, who, admittedly, yeah, he's not responded to criticism the best possible way at all times, but the dude has at least improved his games based on it. He's not threatened anybody, no matter how harsh they were about this game. I mean, he's outbursted once or twice and said some things, which I'm sure he'd take back, but the dude has never fucking sent legal documentation over someone saying that his game's not the best thing on the planet. And as a result, I actually respect what he's making. And I think he's actually made something that he's actually managed to improve, and it actually looks semi-decent now. It honestly has got a bit to go, and I think if it was released in early access, maybe by now it would have been one of the few early access games I've personally seen that like actually has grown and improved over the course of the years instead of just basically the complete version being like downloaded carrot and you're never going to be able to do I have to? So I got 200 stones, I guess that's something. But yeah, the thing is about early access games is that people might have a very negative first impression, but you can improve it. But I get the impression that nobody really wants improvement to improve, they just want people to say, oh my god, this game, best fucking thing ever, don't change a thing, bro. And unfortunately, that's just not going to happen on early access. Especially when you have a long history of making early access games that just never get fucking finished.
This vault is connected to the Citadel's catacombs. It may be worth exploring
cool.
this before we venture further into the Citadel proper.
And I don't think necessarily
this place
that...
is unsettling. It doesn't look like any other part of the Citadel, or anything else built since I can remember. But I think it might be exactly what we need. There are scroll cases on the wall over there.
Apparently as well, the dev kind of boasts that he's to do with a lot of AAA games. But I feel like even if that's true, which I don't know one way or the other, I've not cross-referenced the credits of every video game ever, and to be honest, I cannot be arsed doing anything like that because that would take hours of my time and it's probably going to result in several very predictable things. So I kind of like the aesthetic of this, I have to admit. Like, I like the idea that this is like Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion if it was Dark Souls, but the game isn't that well made. I mean, it's a decent start, this is a decent test build of some description, but it's not what I'd call a game, it's just... it feels very... jank, I guess, is the word that I'd agree with from English Teacher Plays. A lot of this game just feels really weird and janky, and there's actually this doesn't feel very professionally made. If I'd bought this on itch.io, I'd be like, yeah, this is pretty decent. But honestly, I've played itch.io games that feel more like legitimate AAA titles than this. Or AA titles or whatever. This doesn't even feel like a AA title. This doesn't feel like a good indie game. This feels more like a test build of something. This feels like the sort of thing that you'd build. Oh my god, rats. Oh god. This feels like the sort of thing you'd build just to get the basic skeleton down. You know what I mean? Like, kinda like Yash Future Text games. They always feel like they've done the basics to make the game work, and that's about it. And apparently this took like 2 years to develop. I don't know if that's true, I could see that being the case, but I still think this needs more time to develop. Just merely because the game kind of lacks any polish or stability. Personally, I'd be using the early access people. Like, he said that, English teacher plays as a good QA tester, but nothing else. The thing is, you probably should have used an actual QA tester of some description to actually give you feedback on your game, instead of oh, whoopsie doodle. Oh, no, I didn't commit suicide, that's good. Except now I don't know what to do with myself, because I've got to kill this guy, but I don't know how. Because I haven't got the means to kill him. Well, I have the means, but I don't have the way to survive any attacks he throws at me. There we go. Sorry, it's hard to concentrate and play the game at the same time, so I'm trying to make points, but then I just sort of trail off. I do really apologise. Uh-oh. I mean, that's the other thing as well. The combat feels very... It reminds me a lot of that YFT game, was it Gladiators, I think it was called? How awkward that game felt to play at times. It very much reminds me of that. It feels like the animations are there, and the connection is loosely there, like... Oh, Jesus Christ. But as far as, like, fluency goes, as far as, like, you know, it feeling realistic, even in terms of how the game relates to itself, I just don't see it. It's just very clunky and awkward. Which, honestly, for an early access build, this isn't the worst foot you can start with. But I do think, like, as an early access build, this feels kind of like it could have been better. I honestly think that more development time was needed on this before it even went to early access. And the fact that the person who made this is so proud of it speaks volumes, because clearly they care about what they've made. And it's not like that doesn't come across... Oh, fuck off. It's not like that doesn't come across. It's more... I think...
You made it. This is the corrupted vault. An island separated from both the dream and the waking worlds. We should be safe here, for now. There are 3 primary rifts that we must close in order to seal off the incursion of
Improves
raids.
minion duration.
First, the Scarlet Vault within the Overgrowth. Second, the Ice Fortress beyond the Sages. And last, the Tower at Mendonton. Each is protected by a spirit lord of immense power. This journey will be rife with peril. I trust you are ready. Here, take this with you. Placing this anchor shard at a grave site will open a portal in the twisting.
I think, honestly, like, as far as... I'm gonna... Oh, God. I don't know if I'll be asked doing this again, because honestly, like, if you wanted me to be enthralled with this shit, not gonna lie, it's not happened. I don't feel like it's love at first sight with this game. It feels more like, But yeah, he has, the developers felt a need to be a bit critical of English teacher plays as well, which I find to be a bit sad. Not in the, oh, you're so sad, bro, that you did X, Y, and Z. I mean more, it's a bit sad that this guy, rather than looking at his game based on what people are saying, even people who he disagrees with, it's more about silencing critique and trying to make people not want to say negative things about the game. Which, honestly, if your game is good, then negative shit doesn't matter. It's kind of like the old Lance thing that I had, where this guy basically went around on podcasts telling people all sorts of shit about me. And oddly enough, whilst that doesn't exactly make me happy, and I will hold it against him forevermore because he isn't remotely remorseful for doing it, I've never actually attempted to censor him. I've never attempted to censor anybody for saying shit about me, regardless of whether I like it or not. Especially not if it's not remotely even bad and it's just merely fucking critical. And unfortunately, some people just don't get that it's just not okay to try and intimidate people out of just saying what they've seen or saying what's in front of them. You know what, I take it back. Why are there pumpkins in the air actually? What the fuck? Why am I in the pumpkin dimension? You know what, I take it back. English teacher plays was completely wrong about this game. This game is fucking fantastic. It couldn't possibly be better, this game. I think that English teacher plays must have been fucking smoking all kinds of fucked up shit in order to think that this game is not good. This game's a fucking masterpiece, and it's so brilliantly crafted. I don't know what the fuck why anyone would say otherwise, unless they were willingly trying to commit defamation. I mean, just look at what's on the screen. Does this not look like a masterpiece to you that is beyond question? I don't know. To me it does. You know what, whilst I'm in the piss dimension, I might as well finish what I was saying. I know what it's like to have work that you've spent a long time working on ignored and criticised, right? I made an RPG for a group of friends who just didn't really care about it. And it took me about 2 years to make the RPG, and honestly, nobody really gave a shit. And I didn't care that much, but admittedly, yeah, it's not the outcome I wanted or expected, but it's the one I got. And the only thing I could do is sour things with my friends by just being a complete dick and being like, oh my god, how dare you say mean things about my game, that it needs improving and that there's bugs and that the dialogue system wasn't the best it could possibly be, etc, etc. And instead I actually just worked on improving it for a bit, but unfortunately rehauling the dialogue system was way too much work, so I put it to one side and I've just never got around to it. But the thing is, like, yeah, I understand. And I understand when people say things about you that is either not entirely true, like it's just speculation. No, I hit a dead end. Okay. Or it's just, you know, even if it's a complete and utter fucking lie, you don't look good trying to fucking censor people from a business perspective or from a, like, you know, social perspective. You actually just look like a dick. And unfortunately, you're really in danger of just becoming a lol cow dirty dev by behaving that way. And honestly, it's not the best way for people to know who you are in the industry, because then you just get people like me more or less making fun of what you've done and your game. I mean, I review games, like, quite seriously as well. Like, I reviewed Super Incursion, and admittedly, yeah, my original thing on it was pretty negative and dismissive, because in truth, I felt that the game just messed up in any attempt that it might have made to enthrall me, but I gave it a second chance and a third chance, and thing is, though, I don't, honestly, that is one of the few instances where there's room for doubt. With this, no, there's not really room for doubt. I feel like I've played this kind of thing before, and it never impresses me. I don't know if this took 2 years to develop. I don't know if, you know, it's based on a series of books you wrote, and I don't know how proud you are of it or whatever. But the thing is about this game is that I'm currently wandering around the piss dimension talking about how you can't take criticism for a game that, just fucking look at it. I mean, look at this. This is gonna be on consoles. Kids are gonna be fucking pestering their dads for this fucking game. Are they? Or is this just gonna be another fucking Unknown City or some other shit that people just go, how is this on the PSN store? What the fuck? Look at this. It reminds me of that Ratchet and Clank Poison World, except that was well designed and looked kind of cool, and this looks like dog shit. Oh, thank God I'm dead. Yeah, that's not when you know you've made a fantastic game. When I wish I would wake from this game and just find out that it was all a fucking dream. Right, so that was Requiem. Game's crap. I'm not even going to be nice. It's just crap. And I appreciate that there's things competently done. I appreciate that it's not a game that's lacking in effort. But unfortunately, it's not a game that's enjoyable or playable. It is not a game that's honestly offering that much. And given that the developer is toxic and lacks work ethic because he hasn't even finished his previous fucking game and he's already ready to make more games and he's already fucking claiming credit for anything that he can attach his name to without even providing proof as to how fucking attached he is to these projects. This is the guy who brought us fucking Fallout New Vegas. Without him, Fallout New Vegas would not fucking exist. Apparently, because of his marketing strategy or something. I don't even know. He's not even very good at explaining how that is the case. But yeah, Obsidian making Fallout New Vegas was all him. Sex, he invented that. Blueberry Pie, he also invented. This dude's just been everywhere and he's done everything. And to tell the truth, I think he probably should have just stopped there, because I don't think he's really made a game that stands up to those accomplishments. I think compared to those accomplishments, I think this game's a bit wank. And I try really hard to, I'm trying really hard to be more objective, but I don't know how I can be. Because this is not a great looking, it's not a great feeling, it's not a fun game to play, it's a mess. And the fact that I got launched into the piss dimension whilst not even doing anything wrong kind of cements that for me. This game is 15 quid as well. It's not fucking cheap. It's an absolute mess that you have to pay a decent amount of money for. I think that's $20 US just to get launched into the fucking piss dimension. Why not just buy Dark Souls instead? Or fucking just throw yourself into a toilet for free. You know, there's other ways that you can experience this game. And unfortunately, they're all cheaper and more exciting than this crap. What the fuck? I got stuck by walking towards a fucking platform. Look at this shit. You know, I was gonna try and be nice about this, but no, I'm not even gonna try anymore. This game is dog shit. Like, look at... I'm actually stuck. I can't get out of this. And I'm sure that, you know, this is going to be another fucking case of the fucking dev fucking disagreeing. And then, who knows, he might even fucking throw a stupid fucking thing at me. I don't care. I'll gladly show this to anybody. Look at this shit. That's Requiem. And it's absolute dog shit. At least my berserker's got no end of his fucking inspiration for being violently angry. Because I swear to Christ, I want to tear somebody's skull apart with my bare hands just playing this.
Welche Kirche bei Brüchen.